Welcome to another episode of Unemployed Commentators. It is your boy, the cauliflower Poppy. G baby. Ooh, you like that? You like that?
Do.
You like that?
I do.
And I am joined by the miraculous, the most generous, the most hardworking person I know that is not technically brown, Mr. Gary Miller. How you doing, buddy?
Dude, good. I think we're just for this podcast. Dude. I love that you drink that mug, dude. That makes me so happy.
That's my podcast mug, dude.
I fucking love it, dude. I think I'm looking forward to getting you that rash guard too.
I'm never taking it off.
Dude, so I could design underwear too, so
oh dude. And I will never change the underwear.
Yeah, same dude. I'm like, we gotta get some.
I'm gonna be dressing like John Danaher, bro. I'm just gonna be wearing rash guards and then sweats and then a beanie and a fanny pack everywhere I go. I'll be like, Gary, you see that?
You see that?
You see that? That's when we know we beat him.
We beat him.
Where? There. You see it, Joe? You see it?
Dude, yes. I gotta say, it's been kind of a weird week for me. I was just saying, like, getting sick, dude.
Is it because of the snow? Is it snowing in Colorado?
It's about to. We're about to get a mega snow apocalypse.
Like again?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's always the mid-March. And I think seasonally, this is what's interesting, why I was like, John's like, what do you want to talk about today? I was like, I want to talk about snow. I mean, it's on my mind. But also, like, we haven't talked about weather's impact in sports.
Well, when you told me snow, right? I was just like snow? Like, I thought you were talking about like a hockey player that's last name is Snow or like
Al Snow.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I can talk about Al Snow all day. I actually DM'd him and he messaged me back and I was like, what a nice guy.
Yeah.
And I was just going to talk about how great of a guy Al Snow is.
We could do that too.
What does everybody want? And then it's like, he has like that head.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, brr, let's talk about snow. Brr.
Dude, because I feel like every kind of geographical place has their own kind of culture based on the weather too, right?
Yeah.
Like basketball, right? So we start that sport because they're like, we can't do shit in the middle of winter in the Midwest. And other sports, like here in the mountains, skiing and snowboarding, some crazy asshole was like, hey, I got these 2 sticks of wood. Do you want to ride down?
It's true. And then like surfing season in Puerto Rico is during hurricane season because
right?
You got to catch the best waves, dude.
Right? It's like, dude, where hurricanes coming? People are like, yeah!
For it, dude. Let's catch that tide, bruh.
Right? Like, and I think like the topic is snow, but it's more about weather in general, right?
Yeah, dude.
Because I think like you're saying with like snow surfing. I was about to be like snow surfing, snurfing. Surfing's one of those sports that I'm like, the people who do it are a special kind of insane to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're like, hurricanes, like best waves. You're also like, fuck sharks, dude. I don't care.
Dude, sharks. Sharks don't really want to fuck with you, man. Just as long as you don't look like a fish.
I don't know, dude. I feel like they're like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just Jaws. I'm biased, dude.
That's the same way I feel like with snowboarders.
I'm a shark racist.
Like how do people like to go snowboarding when like the equivalent of sharks in snowboarding are like racists?
With like avalanche too, right?
Yeah. Dude, so you got racists and avalanches.
Do you ever watch that show Black Dynamite?
Black Dynamite? No, I haven't.
Oh my god, it's fuck. So they based it on the movie. It was the same, I believe it was the same guy who did the Boondocks, did the show. But there was an episode, it was called Black Jaws. They had President Nixon had a shark that was racist and would only kill black people.
This is golden.
Dude, the show is insanely funny, but it was like just about like that kind of stuff. So they're playing with some stereotypes. He's like, why don't black people like the pool? Like, why don't black people swim? And that was the reason why.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I think I want to say it was Aaron Magruder. That dude's fucking phenomenal. I was dying, dude.
Oh man. So like NFL players play in the snow, right? Or it depends.
Yeah. Like that got me thinking because I was like, snow. I remember like playing in the snow was always the best time too, playing football.
Really?
Yeah, and then like the Ice Bowl, a famous game in NFL lore between the Packers and the Cowboys on the way to I believe it's their first Super Bowl. Played sub-zero temperatures where the ground was just like concrete pretty much, and like guys like nostrils were freezing and stuff like that. And this is before Under Armour and everything else, so guys are playing in like cottons and long johns and stuff like that.
Oh god, I would hate that.
And like the old stuff, like you'd see like Bud Grant and the Minnesota Vikings without their dome playing out there, right? Absolute insanity. And then nowadays, right, we have like domes.
Yeah. That's crazy. How like domes are a thing.
It was crazy too. Like there's a blizzard a couple years ago. The Minnesota Vikings, I think it was about a decade ago. The Minnesota Vikings old stadium dome collapsed, and they had to cancel their game.
Jesus.
And move it. Yeah. So I mean, like the weather. I think like we get so cocky. I think just as humans, right?
Yeah.
Every year we like conveniently forget about snowstorms and hurricanes.
Yeah, bro. I feel like seasons shouldn't be a thing anymore. Like, oh, it's spring, it's summer, it's winter.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a thing anymore. It's just like genders. It doesn't exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just doesn't exist.
That's our thesis of this podcast.
Yeah, the 90s are over, guys. The 90s are over.
Because like I think on that flip side too, like scorching heat, right? It's like where you're at, New Mexico.
Yeah.
I feel like summers are brutal.
Bro, the amount of ball sweats that I get during the summer is unreal. Okay? It's humid there. Dude, I get ball sweats right now and it's still kind of cold.
Yeah. Right.
Like it's just humid there.
Like when you factor that in, right? Let's think like NFL, right? I think because like you have to play. Like, I'm just using that as a conference, because like all our major sports we talk about on this podcast, they're all intercontinental,
yes,
or like national, right? So what's crazy to me is like having to play in all these different environments. Because a lot of times we're like, why the fuck can't they win on the road or something like that, right? And you're messing with like your circadian rhythm and all these things and all these factors go into it, right? It's like, let's say you go like 2 road games back to back, you go to Denver and then you go to fucking Florida, right? Early in the season. That's brutal on your body.
How do you not catch a cold?
Right?
Yeah.
That's brutal on your body.
I didn't think about that, dude.
And I don't think we often do. We're just like, come on, we got all the best players, Because I think we like Maddenize or like video game stuff.
Yeah.
And like, who knows the night before, like, Dennis Rodman, for instance, like he maybe spent the night in an ER because he broke his dick fucking a girl, which did happen to him multiple times apparently.
Jesus Christ.
But like the snow factor, like what got me thinking about it is because like right now on this date, so 3/12, right?
Yeah,
March
that means
12th.
March. It's March 12th.
Yeah, March 12th, right? Look at my watch, says 3/13, yeah. But I'm like, it's not at 3/12/21, right? We're about to have a snowstorm in Colorado.
Bro, you should actually post a picture of your watch every day, but like it'd be like 12 at noon and just fucking fuck with Jocko Willing. Because Jocko Willing he would put 4:30 and it goes time to move. Or like
Dude,
ready for battle.
I want to do that, but then somebody else beat me to it.
Really?
There's an account called Not Jocko Willink, and he does the same thing. And he'll post like empty bags of chips and stuff like that instead of like kettlebells. I was like, I trust me, I believe it's a brilliant idea and I would love to do it, but then somebody beat me to it and I was like, fuck.
Fuck, dude, yeah. Just 12 p.m. going, time to munch.
Time to munch. It is, yeah. I'll have to bring it out, dude.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Like I love that shit, dude.
Yeah, bro. I was like, same with David Goggins, bro. He just got fluid out of his knee. He's just running. He's like, gotta keep going. Cause I have one leg, but gotta keep going. Like, I was just like, shit, dude.
Yeah.
I'm such a bitch.
I mean, I think here's one, like a not Jocko one. Like it was like a bunch of donuts, like a mountain of donuts. It's just getting after it, all of it.
You should screen share that shit, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right now, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for this?
Yeah. Mick. I like his name is Mick.
And then,
Said against if something makes you feel weak, give it. Just woke up, nothing motivated, but his win Wednesday.
like, well, I woke up an hour earlier than normal. Thank goodness McDonald's breakfast.
That is so good. And he hasn't like posted like in 2 years or 3 years.
Like that's like there was like I think one of my favorite when Twitter was first starting. It was like not Burt Reynolds and then Tom Brady's ego were like two of my favorite, and then not a cop. Those were the best, dude.
Tom Brady's ego must be so good.
Yeah, I'll have to screen share this one now.
Yeah. God damn. Thank God for like screen sharing.
I wonder if it still exists. That's like one thing. Like
Tom Brady's ego.
There was one. It was like a picture of him, and it was like, it was perfect, dude.
Isn't that it?
No, it was a big account. Let's see if I can find it. I'm dual hosting and Jamieing.
Yeah, bro.
Let's see. Is it? Oh, that shit. That was that one.
Oh, so it was?
Yeah. Let me see. I think he deleted a bunch because there used to be a ton.
Were they offensive?
Maybe, dude.
Probably. Yeah, probably was.
Yeah. Cause there was some good shit. Like it'd be like during games, like talking shit and adding like Peyton Manning and stuff like that. Cause like I think it was the Broncos Super Bowl was when it was like all time funniest to me. Even though we were like we were getting demolished, but it was fucking hilarious.
Bro, I already miss football.
I too, dude. I really think about that every day. I'm like, please come back. I miss you.
I know, dude. It's like I would be so depressed if MMA had an off season.
Yeah.
I would be like, I don't know what to do with my life.
It's such a constant, dude. I'm sure you talked about it on your last podcast, The Shoot, which you guys should be listening to.
Thanks, man. Thanks for that plug-in.
Amanda Nunes, dude.
Woo! Fucking monster, bro. She made Megan, because it's not pronounced Megan, it's Megan.
Yeah.
She made her look like a white belt, bro. And she's a top contender. You know, so I didn't talk about this on the podcast because it was later on this week. So it was Megan Anderson's last fight on that in her contract. Title fight, bro. And they didn't renew her contract, bro.
Damn.
Bro. The UFC is fucking assholes, bro.
Because they've just like a couple of big, like Thiago Santos, right? And then or Junior Dos Santos, excuse me. Yeah,
they let go Junior Dos Santos and Alistair Overeem.
Yeah, and it was just like real quiet too. It wasn't like, thank you for everything.
No, not even with Yoel Romero. His last fight was against Izzy, man.
Because like even I will say it's like a lot of sports teams are like, thanks for everything you did, like it was, big send off. This was like, oh, who?
Yeah. They're like, oh, that guy? Yeah, we have.
They treat them like worse than the WWE.
Yeah, and the WWE treats them
You know what I mean? Like,
bro.
like bad. Where it's like you're a hired contractor, but we expect you to
be working here full time.
And then you're not allowed to use this likeness outside on anything, including your Twitch.
You can't be on Twitch. You can't be on Twitch. You can't use any other social media account that we do not allow.
I bet a part of me is like, I bet The Rock has had to restructure so much shit with them, with like his contracts and stuff.
I don't think I think he's on a Legends contract where he can actually do whatever he wants.
That's what I mean. Like, they gotta have like something like that, because like it's gonna be fucking hard. Because it's like, I mean, for a while he was always marketing as The Rock too. Yeah. And now it's like just Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, he started out as Rocky Maivia.
Mm-hmm. And what was the Nation?
Oh, the Nation.
Yeah,
the Nation of Domination. Yeah,
which was look at it, good.
Yeah, well, it's like he started out as Rocky Maivia because his grandfather was Chief Maivia, and then his dad was Rocky Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, oh, okay, let me just use this, and then people just started hating him, bro. Hating him. They're like, fuck this guy. He's too nice.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, dude? Like, that's how shitty pro wrestling fans are. They're like, fuck this guy. I hope he loses.
Well, it's like Hollywood Hogan, dude. Or not Hollywood Hogan. That too, but stunning Steve Austin.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Right?
They try to make him like a baby face and just so like, just not him. And then when people are like, fuck this, I'm going to be an asshole. And then fans are like, yeah, I like this guy.
You know what? I kind of feel like, because it is, for me, I'm like, it's theater, dude. It's brilliant fucking theater. I love wrestling.
Bro, it's athletic theater, bro.
These are some of the most skilled actors and acrobats in the world.
Bro, especially those smaller wrestlers, too.
Yeah.
Doing flips and shit.
Yeah.
You got to thank Mexico for that.
Fuck yeah, dude. I was just thinking Sin Cara in my head when you were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sin Cara, he's a fucking beast, dude.
Or him. I mean, my favorite too of that kind of style is Rey Mysterio Jr.
I think he kind of made it popular.
Yeah, that's why I was the first introduction. I was like, holy shit. And then he had a theme song that I thought was pretty cool.
Booyaka, booyaka.
619.
Yeah, I was like yelling 619, and I'm not even from San Diego.
Yeah.
He made San Diego look gangster. Did
you ever claim you're just claiming towns you're not from?
Yeah, dude. I was from El Paso for a long time before I even stepped foot on there because of Eddie Guerrero. Okay.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, dude. When I went to El Paso to compete, I was like, this is my home. Okay. I've been here. My hero was born and raised here. Okay.
Right. You're like, this is where I'm from, dude.
Yeah, dude. Viva la raza, bro.
Yeah, right. It's like Steve Austin. I was like, yeah, I'm from Texas.
Yeah. Isn't he from Austin? Don't you think it's kind of weird? Like these tough guys are from like these really nice parts of like their states.
Oh, yeah. He played college football, and everything. Like,
he did, right?
Mm-hmm. And North Texas.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And then I think while he was in college was when he started doing the training and stuff and getting into it. Which I guarantee if we had one where I was living, I probably would have done that too.
Yeah.
It just would have been fun. And I'm sure they did, but it was probably in somebody's like fucking garage or something like that.
Bro, it's so expensive to get into pro wrestling, man.
That's what's crazy to me is like these dudes come from these places like that. And like we have the WWE training center, but like there's a lot of dudes who are just like, yeah, we're gonna do a show in a barn and we're gonna have like nails and it's gonna be a hardcore show.
I mean, it's still like that.
Yeah.
It's still like that, especially like in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're gonna start out, I feel like if you want to start out in pro wrestling, you either go to Florida or Philadelphia.
Interesting.
Because Florida, there's great trainers, especially pro wrestlers that are having their own schools at the same time. Like you got Sean Spears and his name is it's from Breezango. He's something Breeze. Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze and Sean Spears. One works for WWE, the other one works for AEW, and they both own a school together.
That's dope.
And they're both full-time teachers as well.
That's gonna be like me and you, dude. Opening up our own, I don't know, bakery or something. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, yeah, because that's exactly my list of goals. Opening a bakery, bro.
I don't know. A jiu-jitsu bakery, dude.
Just like, yo, you want to see me armbar this bread right now? This blood.
Bro, I'm gonna make some pretzels,
bro, with my legs. Oh man, but yeah, and so what I was saying is that in Florida, especially because no one's like pro wrestling's not traveling right now.
Yeah.
So they're just enjoying this time.
Do you think I mean, yes and no, but do you think the weather plays anything into that?
With pro wrestling?
With just being there in Florida.
I think it's more of the politics than with the weather.
So I'm just curious because, like, for me, I'm curious, like, why it wouldn't be like an industrial hub like LA or something like that.
Because the governor of Florida is a Republican.
No, I was just curious because I mean, like, you know, I had like most entertainment hubs. It's like where it is, and I'm not debating whether that's right or not. You know,
well, I feel like with the WWE in general, it's it started out as the East Coast pro wrestling territory. So their headquarters are in Connecticut, but their training center is in Florida.
Okay.
And knowing that Vince McMahon is like a hard ass Republican, and I don't see Florida becoming a blue state ever. I think he's like, this is the safest bet.
Yeah.
You know?
I was just curious if it was like we talked on a podcast a while ago too, where like the tax incentives were a huge part, and where like players sign and stuff like that. And I was sure, like, when it boils down to it, like money talks, right? Follow the money, and stuff like that, right?
That's their reason to live.
Yeah, and I was just curious. I was like, you know, because like there are places like New Mexico, Arizona, because like New Mexico is a very big. We've talked about a very big MMA hub.
Yeah,
along with Colorado and stuff like that. And it's interesting, like, why these places kind of formulate that way.
Well, it's kind of like, I think it's genetics too. Has a lot to do with it, and culture, and how, you know, colonization took shape. So you got like a place like Ohio, right? Or Oklahoma. What's like the main
Ohio football.
It's like, football and wrestling too.
Yeah.
And powerlifting. But if you look at the genetics of people that are from Ohio, they're usually big, strong people. You know what I mean? Kind of like Minnesota too. Like that's why like they're huge over there.
Yeah.
So if you like see like their records, if you look at powerlifting records compared to there and then to here in New Mexico, bro, New Mexico is full of tiny Latinos like myself, but like they're from here. So I feel like for them, they just have to learn how to fight, and especially because there's a tribe in Juarez called the Tarahumara, which they're fast people. They run. Like that's what they're known for. I think one Tarahumara native, she has like the world record in running or something like that. Like that's just what they're built for.
Yeah.
So you got these people that actually have speed on their side, but they need to know how to fight, and they're tough here. So I feel like it's just generations and generations. Like, dude, Johnny Tapia is like a huge hero here in New Mexico. Now you got like short fighters and smaller fighters like Diego Sanchez, who's like 155er, Carlos Condit, who's like a lean fighter. Like there's those. It's just, I feel like it's built around knowing how to fight and being tough and technical.
Interesting. That's a good way to look at it too, because like I think I was trying to think of a name when you were talking about surfing too. Talking about Eddie Aiku, Raikau. I hope apologies to his family if I'm. He's like that, you know. If you've ever seen those stickers, like Eddie would go or like someone would go. This dude is just an immaculately good surfer and lifeguard too. like saving well over 500 people and
Jesus.
surfing the big Hawaii. Like when he was working with the Coast Guard, essentially, like when there was like bad shit happening, like a hurricane or something like that, or a storm, he's like, yeah, we'll get Eddie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even with like all the shit, like he still like knows the waves and everything. And I do agree with you. There's just something to that biological stuff and then like your culture as well. And I think like that your biological culture in some ways is kind of passed down too.
Yeah, I think like Hawaiians started surfing like before they even call it surfing, right?
Yeah, right. You know what I
think
mean?
they started out with like a wooden plank and they were just
Yeah.
like that's just in their genetics. I feel like what you're good at has a lot to do with your genetics.
Oh, I feel that way. Like partly with like NASCAR, right?
Yeah.
Is another one I think of with like it's generally a Southern kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's got that stereotype, but I think it's kind of broadened, obviously. But I think that like you have to have this gene of like almost like I don't care if I die.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's like an instinct.
Yeah, you're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go as fast as possible. And like you don't even think you're going fast.
Yeah.
You know, just like you slow down almost because like I had this conversation again. We talked before, it was like baseball, like the average eye is 2015, you know what I mean? Like it's just like what you gravitate to. And I think like me and you, we have a great sense of humor. We're fucking funny. Of course we're gonna be comedians, right?
Yeah. But like and then like you got these superstars right now in baseball who are actually sons of baseball players.
Yeah.
And
like Fernando Tatis Jr., you know?
Yeah, dude. Like they're doing things that their fathers did on steroids.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yep.
As they claim. But, you know, like we don't know. But like they're making baseball exciting again. And I'm sure Trump is like jerking off hearing me say that because he wanted me to quote that.
Make baseball exciting again.
Yeah.
We're going to make baseball great again.
Yes, G, baby. I love it. Yes, love it.
Like, and that's a good point, too, because like all these guys are sons of MLB players and like even like sons of football players, you know what I mean? Like coming out. And I think part of it, too, is like tapping. I think we're on the forefront of really tapping more and more into the genetic code and like genetic information to where like you're like what's the proper diet that's like not just a good diet for humans, but what's the proper diet for me individually, you know, and like get it down to a science.
It's also getting to know your like I remember I had this conversation with like this one coach back in Puerto Rico about dieting has a lot to do with your type of blood, like your blood type. And like what your ancestors eat. Like let's say like for me, my ancestors, like my indigenous side, it was just you know, root vegetables, fish, and that's it. Like
and people. No, I'm just kidding.
No, they were actually like the bitches of like the indigenous tribes, dude. The Tainos, they saw the Spanish, and they were like, "Hey, welcome, come in," and then they just got fucking.
I just always loved like when I really like that cannibal archetype where they're like, they're all cannibals. Yeah. Like that boiling pot of water, you know?
Yeah, with like spears. No, like, and they were really, really tiny, like people. So it's like, what should I eat? More white meat if I'm gonna like want to like be more athletic, I guess. Because like when I eat red meat, dude, I feel so fucking slow.
Really?
Yeah, I ate a lasagna before this episode, and I had to get coffee.
Dude, in that fucking nuts, you're like, dude, I'm gonna eat this lasagna, but I might take a nap.
Yeah, dude. Like I feel like shit. I got some new jiu-jitsu gear too, and I tried it on. I'm like, you're such a fat piece of shit.
But you're not, dude. You're a good-looking guy.
I'm all right, dude.
Dude, you're handsome.
I'm all right. I need to lose weight again.
Hey, dude.
Actually, I've already lost a lot of weight, but I need to lose more.
I also came across something too.
What's up?
That I really wanted to show you because I think it's both terrible and hilarious.
I hope it's not a dick pic.
It's close to a dick pic.
Oh God.
I thought it was fucking hilarious out of context, especially with this week. If you didn't know, so royal family, right?
Right.
kind of coming under fire for like racism and everything else, right? You don't need to know the full story, but I'm gonna share a screen, and I was laughing, dude, just out of context.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh god.
Completely out of context, right? I'm sure this is like a reasonable context, right? But if you're just like, let's say we're like somebody pulled this up, right? And you're like, ooh, oh yeah, ooh.
Yeah. Damn. Not a good look, Prince. Not a good look.
Right? That's like one of those images you're like, oof.
Oh yeah, dude. Bro, I talked about this on my other podcast, but I want your opinion on this. What about Aljamain Sterling against Peter Yan? Did you see that fight?
Yeah, dude. I want another fight. I mean, he did break the rules. I mean, yeah, because here's the thing too. Like, I mean, even with wrestling, right? Let's say I'm whooping a dude's ass, and then I bite him. You know what I mean? Like, I still broke the rules, even though I was beating his ass.
Yeah.
Like, if he's in, you know. So that being said, the rules are the way they are. Would we have liked a no contest? It would have been great, but by way of the rules, he won the belt. Let's do a fucking rematch as soon as possible, fair and square. Run it back.
So I'm gonna get really in depth with this, bro.
Yeah.
So in pro wrestling, right?
Yeah.
When the champion gets disqualified, they keep the belt, but they lose on their record. But like a lot of pro wrestlers, like being a heel, they would actually cheat on purpose so they can keep the championship and keep on going because that's where the money is, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the money is. So like, but I do believe Aljamain Sterling got concussed. I'm glad he got the belt. But was not a good look is that he did the interview and then started tweeting right afterwards and then has a picture with the championship belt celebrating it. And I was like, ooh, not a good look.
As far as the people's champion go, and I will say, like, yeah, like you're not the people's champion. It's almost like, does anybody else want this? Nobody? Fine, you'll take it. And they're like, yeah, I fucking won, dude. You know?
Bro. And it's also, you know what's also worse, bro? He went from like the guy that I was rooting for to like the person I'm like, ooh, he's doing a heel turn because you know why?
Yeah.
He ghosted Matt Serra, bro.
Ooh. It's where the money is, like you said, though. You know, the belt's the money. He's got the belt. I think his next title fight, he's gonna want that paycheck too.
Bro, but like I'm just saying is that that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that he abandoned his coach, Matt Serra, dude. How do you do that to the Terra Matt Serra, bro?
You do it by walking away.
Bro, that was so sad. He was like, I feel fucking disrespected.
Yeah.
He didn't contact, but he contacted his partner, Ray Longo, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm just, I feel for Matt.
I do too, dude. I feel for, I mean, I just feel for it. It was a shit fight. I think the way it went.
Yeah.
So point where like my buddy I was on the phone with him while it happened, and we both were just like, "Fuck." Well, rules are rules. It is what it is, but you know, don't fuck up.
I mean, I'm glad they stripped Peter Yan from the title because it looked on purpose.
And that's the thing. Like when I heard about it, was different. When I heard about it, I was like, "Oh, bullshit!" And then I saw it, and I go,
like you could tell he think twice about it.
Yeah.
He was like, "Fuck it, boom."
Yeah. And a part of it too, that might be one of those like when the next fight, like mentally, that dude's gonna be thinking about that shit too.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, that motherfucker's got some knees.
Yeah, bro. And it's not the first time he got kneed like and knocked out.
Yeah.
Because he got knocked out by Marlon Moraes with that knee too, going for a takedown.
That's like
stiff. I
think the elbow and the knee, like getting kneed in the face, and I'm thinking like right here in that cheekbone too, just.
Dude, you can fuck up your orbital bone like that and you'd be blind on one side, dude.
I remember just accidentally doing shit, just playing like pickup basketball and like running into a dude's elbow or like a knee, you know, that shit hurts, dude. And then deliberately doing that shit as you're going to the ground.
Yeah, no me gusta, man. No me gusta.
No. I'd
I hate-
I'd rather be just punched.
I got knocked out once with a knee because I was going for a takedown
See?
in MMA, and I blacked out, woke up on the floor, and I
Dude,
was like, I hope I don't either shit myself or jizz myself.
I think you're gonna shit yourself.
Yeah, I'd rather shit myself than jizz myself.
It's all shits and giggles. So you know someone giggles and shits, as they
Yeah,
say.
dude. But that's my life.
Right? I'm excited for your continuing jiu-jitsu career, my friend.
Thank you, man.
You know,
Yeah, bro.
I'm a fan and hopefully a sponsor.
Yeah, you better be.
You know, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually gonna try for high rollers this year.
Ooh. So I got a question for you, dude.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
To kind of, I guess, like round out what we talked about. Okay, what are your top 5 snow day activities?
Top 5 snow day activities:
Yeah.
masturbate,
Ooh. Perfect.
drink coffee,
Ooh.
Drink wine, red wine,
Ooh.
start a fire
Mm.
in the fireplace, of course.
Yes.
And yeah. And I'm gonna say drink red wine, and stouts should be one, like
They should
4.
be
So
one.
yeah,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
stouts
Alcohol.
are delicious. Yeah, alcohol, dude.
Yeah.
But like the good kind.
Yeah.
And bro, at the end, bro, eat some green chili stew, bro.
Ooh. We've had so many rivalry. We've had a rivalry about our chilies in our respective states, and I talked a lot of shit. I will say this: I talked a lot of shit. I went down to see my buddy and had one of the best burritos and green chilies I've ever had in my life.
And bro, that was not even like the best one.
And I gotta say, dude, I mean, we're lacking.
Yeah, dude.
As a proud statesman, I want to say Colorado, but as a person who likes spicy as fuck food, Mexico, dude.
Bro, but I gotta admit, Colorado has way better jobs. You know, so better sports teams.
But hey, more expensive housing.
Yeah. Better MMA.
Holy shit, dude. You gotta start blowing some senators for the money to get this place, dude.
I know, right?
Holy crap. It's like I was looking at houses like just dumps, dude. Absolute dumps, like crack house looking, and it was like $1,500 a month.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like
man?
700 square feet.
Bro, I think you might have to move to New Mexico.
Dude, a part of me, I might have to just move to Mexico.
Bro, we're just one state away, bro. Denver's just 6 hours.
I'm gonna go to Mexico, dude. And then so I gotta talk about this, dude. I was like working on translating the site into Spanish now.
Oh god.
I'm so excited. So it'll do it kind of automatically, but I'm so excited because
The Best Worst Cantina?
our Spanish speaking audience, dude. You know?
See.
Hell yeah, dude.
See.
And hopefully we'll tap into that Chinese market.
Yeah, bro.
Well,
But first we gotta go with our Latinx friends, dude.
That is so. You and Nora have been talking about that. So Nora, your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I like the article you
Allegedly
posted too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Allegedly. The article you posted was like anglicizing the Latino and Hispanic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, let us identify how we want.
Yeah, bro. If I can't assume your gender, don't assume my fucking ethnicity. All right.
I like that whole shit with like the color palette where it's like, what are you?
Yeah. Bro, it's like the shade of whites is Latinx, and then the shade of browns is just Latino.
He's like, my palette says Mexican,
Yeah.
but my skin tone says Spanish.
Yeah. That's most of New Mexico, bro. Bro, they're like, they don't even own that they're Mexican. They're like, I'm Spanish.
Yeah.
I was like, shut the fuck up, bro.
It was like that King of the Hill. He was like, I'm from He's like, I'm from Laos or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, is that China or Japan? Like, I'm from Puerto Rico. Like, oh, is that Mexico or Spain?
Bro, yeah. I just can't even, bro. I can't even.
They speak Mexican down in Brazil, don't they?
I love that shit, bro.
Dude,
Ah,
it's like that old adage, like the path to hell is paved with good intentions. You know what I mean?
it is. It really is. Like that's a perfect quote for this.
Oh my god.
Hello, my Latinx friends.
Hey, and that's what's interesting is Latinx, right?
Yeah.
For a year, I didn't ask anyone because I was too scared. In my head, I was like Latinx.
Yeah, I thought it was Latinx as well, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But no, it just sounds like a fucking deodorant commercial. Latinx.
But I'm like, part of me, because they put Latinx, right?
Yeah.
So with Malcolm X, there was a space. So I knew grammatically or how to like Malcolm X, not Malcolm's, you know? Or like
Bro, social justice warriors don't know how to spell.
Or like X-Men. Or Weapon X.
Yeah, like they should have put at least a dash through it.
Like there's just that was like my only shit. It's like I'm like it's Latinx.
But the same thing with folks.
Because then you could be like LA 10X.
Yeah.
You know.
But then it's like folks.
Folks.
It's like that's your gender neutral word.
But then I was like, isn't that just folks? FLL?
No, it needs to be with an X because KS is like for male, I think.
Isn't that fucking German though?
I don't know, bro.
Isn't just like folk like Volkswagen was just folks, the people.
This is just all a distraction for us not to get our stimulus checks, and it failed. Okay,
dude. Yeah, and we got 1,400, right?
Yeah, it's just $200 more than what we got last time. Fuck
God,
you guys,
dude.
bro. I'm so bothered by that.
I'm bothered by so much of it, dude.
Yeah, bro. Bro, I just no.
There's so much shit. Like just even like going to the supermarket anymore, you're just like everyone there. I think is just like I fuck this. There's just like there's like I think we're closing in on a year now, and like I think we're all just like, oh yeah, 2 weeks in and out. Fuck off.
Yeah,
it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks to stop the curve.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah. I don't ever want to hear this shit again, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Next virus, I don't give a fuck if I have like boils on my skin, dude. I'm like, fuck it.
If there's a zombie outbreak, I still would do my regular days because I was just so over this year.
It's gonna be like, yeah, like the zombies were like, oh yeah, zombies are there. Who gives a shit? You wanna go to the bar?
It's not gonna stop me from my everyday life.
Dude, like we'll find a way to like get the zombies to do like what was like Cartman with his crack baby basketball.
Yeah. Oh man, I love South Park.
Oh my god, dude. They continually hit home runs.
Listen.
Yeah.
South Park top 10 sports list.
Ooh. That's a tough one. I like the one with Sarcastable was pretty damn good.
That was a great one.
One of the first episodes too, when I think it's Stan's trying to find his dog.
Oh,
his dog's gay, where he's the quarterback.
Yeah.
That episode, dude.
That's such a classic, dude.
Like that shit kills me, dude. The one where they play dodgeball always sticks out to me too, and they go to China.
Yeah.
And the Chinese announcers are making fun of them for being American. And they're like opening their eyes wide. They're like, I really, really want that. Do you have any dairy creamer? And he says something fucked up about like President Lincoln. Yeah. I shot Ebert. And he's like, quit it, you're gonna get us fired. That shit kills me, dude. Fuck, there's so many.
There's so many, dude.
God damn. Because they're huge Bronco fans too.
Yeah.
So like some of the Bronco references are so great. They had like a local Colorado celebrities episode. And Jay Cutler's on there too. And he's like, my dad says you suck, but you might be good one day.
How long have we been doing this podcast for?
Dude, we not a year yet. I think it's been about 6 months. We've had about 30 episodes now.
Damn, that went by fast.
Yeah, about 30 weeks of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
So so once we get to 52, that's a full year, dude.
Holy shit, dude.
Yep.
We're almost there.
It's nuts, dude. I think that 1 year it's gonna be great. Yeah, 6.9 months. So the 1 year, I think it's gonna be great, dude. I can't wait to celebrate. I think almost like the getting to 100 episodes is gonna be huge.
Huge.
It's a fun, it's fun to do this podcast. I enjoy it.
Me too. It doesn't feel like work.
No, we just had a conversation over some drinks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You should start your own podcast, and you could do it with us at Besser's Cantina.
Damn right. And you can also shop there as well and using code The Shoot for 10% off of any products.
Yes, and that's all products, guys. All products together. So you're not just like, hey, I'm going to get 10% off this phone and lose 10% on another. No, it's 10% off your whole list.
Because we love you, we appreciate you, and we're there for you.
Yes, sir. So thank you guys for listening. Stay unemployed. On site.
On site.